This is my presentation on censorship. Sex, profanity, religion, drugs, and violence are just a few of the reasons why books end up censored or banned in today's libraries. Censorship is like bleeping out the bad words in a funny reality show. We know what they're saying, but we are not allowed to hear it. In this case, it's about censoring to our young readers and the books they read. And in my opinion, probably the most entertaining books, but that's just me. These are a few titles that were banned, but have made the shelves again. 50 Shades of Grey, we all know why this was banned. The explicit descriptions of dominant Christian Grey was a little too colorful for some readers. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. It was a coming-of-age story and was banned for its sexual content and inappropriate language. And Tango Makes Three. Two male penguins hatch and raise a baby penguin, giving off homosexual agenda. Of Mice and Men, about two migrant workers on a tragic journey across California during the Depression, had offensive language, racism, and violence. And last, The Hunger Games, which was banned for its violence and sexually explicit innuendos, I guess. This story is about survival and manipulation. Do's and don'ts of banning different books. I would say do educate before introducing different risky topics, but I don't think we should ban books because it's taking away a writer's freedom of speech. It's not very fair to tell someone what they can and can't read, and I really don't agree with that. Books also aspire and they teach, and most importantly, it's a form of art. So if we can teach our kids that different colorful language is a form of art, I think it'll help them learn something in the long run. In my classroom, I will let my students read books on which they're interested in. The most important thing I would want them to feel is comfortable and not afraid to speak their opinions on different ideas and to also ask questions freely. I believe if a student is educated on the things they are censored, they will have more of an idea of what they are getting themselves into. There are books that students may get their hands on, and that is something out of anyone's control. I do not think that books should be banned from everyone because it is not someone's job to tell what a reader they can't and can have their own beliefs and ideas. However, when it comes to elementary age, I do think books that talk about sex should not be in the hands of an adolescent until he or she is introduced to the topic and learns their risks and ways of protection. As for the rest of the banned books with profanity, rebellion, drugs, and so on and so forth, they should not be banned from elementary students and any student at all. Introduce to them the things they believe are rebellion. They will have an understanding of what it is they are doing and how it can affect lives in their futures. Books I will be sure to use in my class are The Hunger Games and Fallen Angels because they both relate to life and real feelings. It also keeps the reader engaged and full of questions. Hunger Games about being brave and to never give up, whereas Fallen Angels tells a story of soldiers fighting for our country, facing the struggles of war. It is not pretty, and that war crimes are real.